Hello and welcome to Promenade Française. This is the place where we are definitely learning French, and specifically, it's the place where I'm not, I wasn't really doing any homework, and well, here you are. So if I have somebody watching me, then probably I'll be more likely to do my homework. Are you that way too? Well, I guess we'll find out. All right, so what have we got on the agenda today? Let's jump into our ChatGPT because ChatGPT is the one that makes the description for today. So welcome back to day 3 of our 90-day French learning challenge. Today we'll continue improving our French grammar and vocabulary by working through the exercises on page 3. This session focuses on masculine versus feminine nouns, how to correctly identify and categorize words like de, directeur, directrice, and photographe, eliminating the intruder, Barrez, Intruder, recognizing patterns in vocabulary groups, using definitive articles, le, la, el apostrophe, filling in the blanks with the correct article, changing words to masculine form, practicing gender-based nouns transformations. Follow along with the exercises and practice forming sentences in the comments. Now, in addition, so I'll just give you a quick look. So if you want to stop the video, then go ahead and take a screenshot and do your best to go through these exercises. And before we start with the first exercise, I just wanted to do, I'm not showing the right video. So here it is. So here's the page that we're going to do today. You can stop the video and take a picture. All right, so I'm just going to zoom in to the top one. Just check this. Yeah. So, but before we get started, I just wanted to jump into Le Français Facile avec RFI. Now, what I do with my tutor is I click into one of these. Continue on the website. I just click into one of these videos. Or it's not.
Ravi de vous retrouver pour une nouvelle édition du journal en français facile.
Ravi de vous retrouver pour une nouvelle édition du journal en français facile. All right, so what, like today I have a lesson in about 40 minutes from now with my French tutor. And what we're going to do is she's going to read a sentence and then I'm going to read a sentence and then she'll read a sentence and then I read a sentence. And we just go back and forth. Now, since this is a 10-minute article, usually we can only get through about 5 minutes. So the way that these articles work is there's usually like 4 stories. For example, the first story here is Volodymyr Zelensky est à Washington. And then the second one is talking about yeah, here. Okay, so here it is. So yeah, so the first one is Volodymyr Zelensky. The second one is about some prisoners in Palestine that were let go. And then we talk about a cyclone, which is what, a hurricane, some kind of hurricane, or what is that thing called, a twister, in La Réunion. So this is somewhere in France, an island in France. And then finally, another one is 9 police officers related to the Yellow Jackets were sentenced to prison. So we got like 4 different stories, and we're not going to be able to read all those stories. I actually went through this already with my tutor, so we got through like 3 of the stories in a 50-minute lesson of reading it back and forth. So probably today we're either going to do this one about Turkey. No, I did that one also already. So we might have to do this one, Hommage et Biba. Yeah, I don't know which one we're going to do. Or maybe I could click into the C1, C2, and we could also do something in here. But for today, let's just jump into this first one for A1 because, it's 33 seconds. Let's do a listening exercise.
Et juste avant de refermer ce journal, la parole à une auditrice qui nous a envoyé un message audio qui nous conforte dans notre mission de service public international. Elle s'appelle Satsuki, elle habite Paris.
All right, so the good thing about this one is you can just click any word. Et juste
Et juste avant de
refermer
refermer ce journal,
et juste avant de refermer ce journal,
la parole à une auditrice qui
la parole à une auditrice
nous a envoyé un message audio
qui nous a envoyé. Let's listen to that again.
qui nous a envoyé un
Qui nous envoyons. Ah, they mix it all together. Qui nous envoyons. Qui nous envoyons. Message audio. Amazing.
qui nous a envoyé un message audio qui nous conforte dans notre mission de service public international.
Et qui nous conforte dans notre mission de service public international.
Public international.
International. Elle s'appelle Satsuki. Elle habite Paris. So what do I understand in this? So what do we do? All right, so what we could do is we can just jump over to Translate. We're going to put the whole link into Google Translate. We're going to click the link. It's going to open up into a new window. We're going to deny. We're going to accept. You have to accept, otherwise they don't let you see it.
Et juste avant de refermer ce journal.
All right, and then it should change to English. How do I do this? I clicked the wrong button. So the first one has to be French. The second one is English. There.
Et juste avant de refermer ce journal.
And just before closing this journal, I would like to give the floor to a listener who sends an audio message who reinforces our international public service mission. Her name is Satsuki. She lives in Paris. Huh. All right. And just before closing this journal, et juste avant, and just before refermer, closing this journal, la parole à une auditrice. What was that meaning? La parole, parole. What is parole? I would like to give the floor to a listener who sends us an audio message. I would like to give the floor. That's what it means. La parole. La parole à une auditrice, which us envoyé, which us has sent a message audio. All right, la parole une auditrice. So it's, I would like to give the floor to, I don't even, what's this word, la parole? All right, can I just copy and paste this? Because this is interesting. La parole, the floor to a listener. So it doesn't say anything like, I would like to give the floor to a listener. It's just the floor, la parole, to a listener. The floor to a listener. Nice. Juste avant de refermer ce journal, and just before closing this journal, the floor to a listener, which us has sent a message audio, et qui nous conforte dans notre mission, à qui nous conforte, and which us comfort. What is this word comfort? Reinforces. Comfort, reinforces. Dans notre mission de service public international, elle s'appelle Suki, elle habite Paris. So here's the message. Je suis japonaise et j'écoutais le journal en français facile depuis 2 ans. I am Japanese and I have been listening to the journal En Français Facile for 2 years. Je l'écoutais tous les jours. I have listened every day. J'aime bien parce que je peux apprendre. I love to listen because I would like to apprendre le français. I can apprendre. I can apprendre. What's that? I can apprendre. I like it because I can learn French while listening to the news. J'aime bien. I like it because I can listen to French and huh, I guess apprendre is learning. I can learn le français. I can learn French while listening to the news. L'actualité is the news. Huh. Le vocabulaire est moins compliqué. The vocabulary is moins compliqué que sur les autres chaînes de radio. It's not as complicated as on other channels of the radio. It is more facile à comprendre. It's easier to understand. Merci le journal en français facile. It's less complicated than other radio channels. It's easier to understand. Thank you, originals. There you go. Now, the good thing about this is that after you finish this, if you click the A1 level, it also has some exercises. All right. So, for example, une émission qui présentait l'actualité. I guess it's this one, l'actualité, une émission qui présente. What about this? Une femme qui écoutait la radio. Une auditrice. Okay, the listener. So this is a female listener. Les informations qu'on écoutait à la radio. Les informations qu'on, which we listen to on the radio. The information is a channel. Une station de radio ou de télévision. Okay, that's a channel. Une chaîne. So we got l'actualité, une émission que présentait l'actualité. It's a journal that presents the news. I don't know. This is just my guess. Yeah. Next. So you could listen to the whole thing again, but I think I remember everything. So l'auditrice a envoyé un message audio à la radio. Habite Sasuke en France. Quelle est sa nationalité? Elle est japonaise. Elle a écouté le journal en français facile depuis 2 ans. 3 ans. Les jours. Les mois. 2 ans. Depuis 3 ans. Toujours. Every day. Okay, interesting. Elle aime écouter le journal en français facile pour avoir des informations variétés, apprendre le français. Apprendre le français, écouter l'actualité. Yeah, for the news and also to learn French. Sazuki, salut, remercie. Le journal en français, I don't know these words. So what do these words mean? Let's just take them over to our good buddy. Greet, thank you. Greet, thank you. I don't get it. Suzuki is thanking. I would say thanking. Are we still working on the? Yeah, right. All right, next one. Complétez. compléter les phrases avec les verbes entendus dans l'extrait, déplacer les verbes au bon endroit. I have no idea what that says. Complete the phrases with the verbs entendu dans l'extrait. I guess it means over here. Déplacer les verbes au bon endroit. Put it in the right spot, I guess. I don't know. Je suis japonaise et j'écoutais le journal en français facile depuis 2 ans. J'ai l'écouté tous les jours. J'aime bien parce que je peux apprendre le français tout en écoutant l'actualité, le vocabulaire A or A, maybe A and A. Tiddity. Nice. Now this one's a hard one because you actually have to write it. You have to type it. A, juste. Avant de reformer ce journal, la parole une auditrice que nous avons un message audio à qui nous confortons la mission de service international. Oh, yeah. Wow. So you can see, if you've been following my channel for a while, you can see that my confidence level and everything about this is like starting to improve. My attitude's changed. My study habits are changing. And now I'm getting excited with the process for studying. I gave up the challenge of trying to create my own books and creating all those resources and creating a website and creating all that kind of stuff. It was just too much because I have other things in my life that I needed to focus on, and this was more of like a hobby. And so I also, like, I don't speak French, so how can I create everything when I'm not the person? Like, I need somebody who speaks French to create that stuff. And it just took me a really long time to find the stuff, like the material that could help me, and I think we got something. So, all right, let's keep going. Quel est le genre de nom? Now, if we talk about gender, directrice is feminine, dentiste is feminine, photographe with the E on the end is feminine, secrétaire is feminine, professeur is masculine, assistante is masculine, and the only question I have is whether 5 and 6 are both masculine and feminine or just masculine. So let's ask our good friend ChatGPT. In exercise 1, which words are masculine, feminine, or both? Nice. So we got directrice is feminine. Dentiste, interesting. So dentiste is both masculine and feminine. Now we can check that if we go to here, we put dentist. Yeah, dentiste. And now we can say he is a dentist. There you go. And she is a dentist. There you go. All right. So we found another way that we can. What about directrice? What is a directrice? Directrice. Il est directrice. He's a director. And she's a director. So we just flip it back. directeur, directrice. So, all right, let's just, I don't want to go deep into this one. Okay, so actually, could you write the masculine and feminine for each word? There we go. Directrice is neutral. Directeur, directrice. Dentiste, dentiste. Photographe, photographe. Secrétaire, secrétaire. Professeur, sometimes professeur. Assistant, assistant was an E. So only the articles change. Great. Let's go to the next one. All right, so this one you're supposed to get rid of the intruder. So Japanese is definitely feminine. Assistant is feminine. Polonaise, what is that? Polish, and Austrian. What did I just say about the assistant? The assistant is it's feminine. Polonaise, Japanese, assistant. I don't know. My guess, let's just take a guess. I think we'll just guess this one, even though it looks feminine, but maybe there's some other reason. Autrichien. Maybe this is like a Polish person, a Japanese person, an assistant is a person. This is like the country? I don't know. Dentiste, photographe, belge, secrétaire. So I guess belge is feminine. The other are both feminine or masculine. Être, s'appeler, rendez-vous, habiter, être. Vous êtes, être, s'appeler, rendez-vous, habiter. I guess these are verbs. What's a rendezvous? Japonaise, italienne, espagnol, allemande. So this is masculine. All right, so the first thing, let's could you reprint question 2, but use English words rather than the French? Austrian, Polish, Japanese, assistant. Okay, so maybe assistant because it's not a nationality. Dentist, photographer, Belgian. Belgian's masculine. To be called, appointment. Oh yeah, so this looks like it's a noun. Japanese, Italian, Spanish, German. What was the problem? Yeah, Espanol was masculine. All right, so for the first line, assistant, it's not a nationality. For number 2, it's what is it? Belge. Belge is what? Belgian is masculine. The other 2 could be masculine or feminine. The third one, a rendezvous, is a noun, not a verb. And then in number 4, Espanol is masculine. Okay, but that's not quite right. Because Espanol, remember, Espanol was actually without an E. Well, okay, so weird. I don't know. Let's just keep going. All right, so avec le, la, or le, L apostrophe. Okay, professor is masculine. Le professeur, la femme de mon ami et secrétaire, Marie d'Anne, the husband of Anne, le mari, ami. Remember, ami is a friend, but with the E at the end, it's a female friend. La amie, but we don't put la and ami, so it's L apostrophe. L'ami de Sandra est dentiste. L'assistante, we just looked at that. Assistant is masculine or feminine or both. Assistant is feminine. All right, so it's l'assistante. L'assistante, it doesn't matter. It's feminine. De mon directeur est japonaise. But it's l'assistante. Naoko est dans. Why is with so much Japanese today? Naoko est dans corps, le corps de français. All right, let's go to the last exercise. So we got mété et masculin. C'est l'étudiante polonaise. C'est l'assistante allemande. C'est la directrice commerciale. C'est la secrétaire belge. C'est la photographe espagnole. C'est la dentiste italienne. So you want to change it to masculine. So you have to change this noun first. No, it's an adjective. So nationalities are actually adjectives, and in some languages, there's like a special word for it. Because it's a variant of an adjective. So in this case, the student, and also you know the noun because it has the le or the la in front of it. So it is la étudiant. Remove the e. Paul, I don't know these words. All right, I don't know this one. C'est l'assistante, which we remove the e, l'assistant, and I don't know what to do with that. C'est la direct. And remember, I didn't know that one, so now we can find out. Le directeur, I would guess EUR. Le directeur commercial. So we'll probably have to get rid of that E. La secrétaire, I think that was either masculine or feminine. Belge, and then what is it going to be if it's masculine? La photographe doesn't matter, masculine or feminine. Wait a minute. Did it say photograph was? So a photograph is. Why does it have both? I don't know. And then finally, la dentiste italienne. Exercise 4. Give me the masculine form of the sentences in exercise 4. So there you go. All right, so we removed the E and the E. C'est l'étudiant polonaise, c'est l'assistant allemande without the E. C'est le directeur, EUR, that's what I thought it would be. Commercial, c'est le secrétaire belge. The E is not removed. C'est le photographe espagnol. Again, the E is not removed. C'est le dentiste italien. Okay. Now, the thing is that if you want to practice audio, there's a couple of options. Oh, so here's the answers. Anyways, let's move to Google Translate. So there's a couple of ways that you can listen to the audio here. One way is to just use the Google Translate's audio. There you go. So that's one option. The other option is you can use 11 Labs. So I'm just going to sign into 11 Labs. And I don't think that this is the account with... See, the issue with 11 Labs is that there's some restrictions about how many voices you're allowed that you can use. So I created a couple of different accounts. In one account, I have some Russian voices, and in another account, I have some English voices. In my Promenade Française account, I have some French voices. So is Rachel a French voice? I don't remember. Let's reset the values. Is Rachel a French voice? Let's use our Quebec teacher. I like our good buddy Quebec. All right, there you go. Unsupported language. We've detected unsupported language. You may experience some bad results. Apparently, it's unsupported. So don't worry, we got a French teacher. And generate speech. All right, one more time. C'est l'étudiant polonais. C'est listant, what? C'est la liste. Oh. C'est l'assistant. C'est l'assistant allemand. C'est le directeur commercial. C'est le secrétaire belge. C'est le photographe espagnol. C'est le dentiste italien. There you go. Challenge day number 3. Thank you for studying with me, and we'll see you tomorrow.